Well, it's time to step up to a green startup. Well, that's the latest initiative from Primestars. Now, I know you remember the name because they were the bright minds who helped develop the underprivileged high schoolers. Now they're opening their minds to opportunities in what we like to call the green economy. Let's find out more now from Primestars General Manager. Always a pleasure, such a clever man. Nkosinathi Moshoana joining us. Nkosinathi, every time I speak to you, there's another idea that you've thought of and there's another plan that you've put into place. And I particularly love this. I'll tell you why. Because we talk about the green economy, we hear from the World Health Organization, we hear from the United Nations, and occasionally we hear some shouting from Greta Thunberg. But she's about the only youth in the world who actually gets involved in the green economy and then comes in your organization, Primestars. Tell me more.
Thanks so much, Gareth. Good morning. Thank you always for the platform. So you're absolutely right. The green economy, you know, we hear about this global discussion around climate change and this pandemic. And so for us, it's always about addressing some of our local challenges. And in this case, identifying job opportunities in the green economy through our Step Up to a Green Startup program. So we've created this national initiative, as you know, we always do, focusing on under-resourced young people from township communities, teaching them about climate change, more so the job creation opportunities in that space, and how we can address this climbing youth unemployment crisis in the country.
Well, that's always been the issue in South Africa, isn't it? As important as tourism and the economy is and the environment is in South Africa, we always go back to the job question. People will rather worry about jobs, quite rightly, than the environment. You've managed to combine the two of them. I see Minister Motshekga was also there at some point involved with this, I think giving a talk somewhere. Tell me about that.
Absolutely. This past week, we actually launched the program in Rosebank. We launched it nationally. Just yesterday, we had over 3,000 young people across the country, high school learners coming into cinemas across the country to watch our film. The idea is to create a narrative that simplifies the challenges and the dangers of climate change, equip young people with understanding how they need to accept environmental responsibility, how they can adapt and mitigate against it, and then how they can then start businesses in the green economy. So we launched it this past week, as you say, with Minister Motshekga, Minister Lindiwe Zulu, and our sponsors. We've created a national public-private partnership to get young people out there to become activists within themselves, become the problem solvers in their communities. And we're going to be running until the end of the year in identifying business opportunities in township communities, reaching over 12,000 young people, and ultimately crowning the Young Green Entrepreneur of the Year. So that's the big program we're running right now, as I've mentioned, to get young people to become job creators and not just job seekers.
Yeah, step up to a green startup as well. So what are the kind of jobs that we're going to be looking at in Nkosinathi? And say, when you and I talk again in 3-4 years' time, most high schoolers would have gone through the university program. They would have gotten a degree, hopefully not in journalism. They would have gotten a real job. And they're working towards getting a career going. What are the jobs that you foresee in the next 3-4 years in this green economy? What are we aiming at?
Look, I think you've seen from the President's announcement of the Climate Change Commission, we've seen from Minister Creasy's announcement as well, the world is moving from the fossil fuel economy now into renewables. And that shift and that transition really presents a number of job opportunities. Internationally, we're seeing a number of opportunities from solar panels, from providing solar panels, installing them, in terms of maintenance and implementation of wind turbines. We're looking at new energies within, the water industries. But what we're really looking for are young people that are going to say, what problem is there in my community, an environmental challenge, and how can I come up with a solution that is viable and that is sustainable that people will pay us for? And that's what we're looking to achieve with our public and private partners. We're looking to reach more young people, for them to become the very innovators in their own spaces. Some of the jobs we haven't even thought of as yet, but we've got a very clear roadmap, and we're very excited to see the kind of jobs and businesses that are going to come out of the program at the end of the year. And we're looking to really address this challenge of youth unemployment, getting the young people to become their own job creators. So very excited about that, and we've identified some good opportunities within the green economy.
Yeah, youth entrepreneurship is going to be fascinating to watch, especially in the sector of the green economy. I can't help but wonder, now that we've got the involvement, and well done on this, the involvement of the basic education department and the other various education players, at what point does the green economy, environmental awareness studies start becoming a high school subject? We can all choose it when we get into university or college, but we're not getting in there early enough at the grade 8, grade 9 level. Do you think that could be your next project? So when we talk again in a year's time, we'll have a matric exam on environmental awareness?
Well, speaking of new projects, Gareth, I think ENC has been a great supporter. We should continue collaborating, and maybe together we can ensure that that gets into the curriculum. But what I am excited about is that, we've been advocating for entrepreneurship to be a part of the curriculum for the longest time. And we've got some great supporters in the department from the minister. And I'm excited to say that entrepreneurship is now an actual curriculum element through the E-Cubed program. And we've advocated for this to ensure that more young people are leaving school with a mindset and culture of entrepreneurship, for them to be contributors into the economy, to be problem solvers, critical thinkers. So we've been really blessed to be at the forefront of ensuring that entrepreneurship is a part of the curriculum. And naturally, as you said, the next progression is going to be about this climate change pandemic and how we can get that center and square into the curriculum. So those developments are in progress. We've reached milestone number 1. And in this program, we've already reached 80,000 young people. We're looking to reach another 12,000 this year. So hopefully in another 2, 3, 4 years, Gareth, we'll be together and not talking through Zoom, but together in one of our centers, looking at one of our successful young entrepreneurs.
I'm forgetting what it feels like to have somebody sitting in studio with me. I'm starting to think no one likes me and doesn't want to come sit here. And Nkosinathi, just before I let you go, we're talking about 80,000 students already. You're wanting another 12,000. Let me see if we can't help send some youngsters your way. Obviously, you've got certain schools that you're working with within the department as well. Someone watching right now, a bright, young, entrepreneurial, green economy thinking youngster, try to say that again, wants to get hold of you to get involved. How do they do that? Just before I say goodbye to you.
Thank you, Gareth. So to any school, to a young person, to a parent, to a community member looking to get involved in the project, go to our new site, primestarsdigital.co.za, primestarsdigital.co.za, and to corporate South Africa, public South Africa, and any individual who wants to ensure that we can move from 12,000 to 20,000 young people, please do contact us as well on that site. Get involved. We're looking for more partners to reach more young people. And we're inviting entire South Africa, business South Africa, and the public sector to get involved. That's primestarsdigital.co.za.
I can hear everybody logging onto their computers and their cell phones now as I say goodbye to you to try and go and get involved. What a pleasure, and well done to you in the program. I'm sure we'll be talking again as we get into next year as well. Primestars General Manager, you can just hear how passionate Nkosinathi Moshoana is about this as well for the youngsters in the green economy. Step up to a green startup. And he also gave you that website address if you want to get involved. Now,